What is up, Bomb Squad? Welcome to the Burndown YouTube channel. I think I'm going to start making these vlog style videos maybe one a week where I just walk and talk. You can put it on the background and listen to me yap, but I feel like it'll fill in some of the gaps, and it also gives me open communication with you guys because a lot of you are smarter than I am, and some of the things I work on, by the time I show you, I've already kind of done it. Like the videos are always kind of behind, so sometimes you guys have better ideas than what I had, and then I look at it and go, man, that was a good idea. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? So I feel like if I kind of keep you guys in the mix as I go, I won't get over my skis on some things. And like I said, most of the stuff I got a pretty good plan when I attack these, but every once in a while there's stuff where I'll just bring it up and I'll go, this is what I did, and then somebody goes, why didn't you do this? And I go, damn it, where were you when I needed you? So this is my way to fill you guys in. So let's go over some of the junk that we're working on and fill you in on where we're at. So this thing is first and foremost. So this is the 19-inch spall. I've had multiple people ask me if I was going to make a holder, or if I make a holder. Namely, Devin Vanderhoof reached out a while back, and I feel like I dropped the ball because he's already got his thing situated. But he was the one that started inquiring, and I'm like, man, if Devin's asking, you know, there's other people asking, we may as well make it happen, Captain. So I got one of these in, and while this came in, I actually got a smaller fan, which I'm not going to showcase or show, but I was excited. It was a smaller, like a 12.5-inch fan, and I made a holder and went to test it, and then we didn't really like the results on the fan, so I shot myself in the foot. I should have just worked on this one first, but it came in after the fact. Anyway, I waited for the little dots, so I got to pull this out and scan it. That's how I'm able to design these things. I have a buddy that has a scanner. Well, the stupid dots didn't come in. I waited a week, and then they finally came in, and my buddy that helps me had stuff to do because he has a real life, imagine that, and so he's gone this whole week. So basically I've been 2 weeks almost sitting on this thing, and then I just need it scanned so I can get to designing. So it is coming. I'll probably talk to Devin when we get that far, but he already integrated one in like a radiator, so I think that ship has sailed, but there'll be plenty of other people, I'm sure, that would like a 19-inch monster. If you are wondering, this is the baddest fan in the game. Look at that motor. Like, that's not that I got big hands or anything, but just to give you a reference idea. Lots of amps, 8 gauge. It's a monster. I was hesitant. Jason was always pushing to make this, but I feel like we're really going to have to spoon feed people, especially with wiring and stuff, and make sure they do a good job on this guy. And it's going to tax your electrical system, I'll be honest with you. So if you need this, it's because you really need it. I mean, unless you just want the baddest thing on the planet, you might buy a bad alternator too if you're gonna spin the hell out of this thing, I would imagine. So we did that, and then I found this thing. I forgot I had it. I was talking to a guy that I was helping with LS stuff, and he just showed up one day and was like, here you go. Well, I had mentioned I want to put AC in the Malibu, and then this is a little China Boy underdash heat and cool unit, and I forgot it was here, but it was stuffed in this corner with all my junk. And I was going through getting Pacer stuff out because we got the FabBot stuff back here, and I was looking at what I needed so we can get rolling on the Pacer stuff. And I was like, oh. And then I was looking at like a Magnum unit, whatever the fancy vintage air stuff is. But I just want air conditioning. And then this solves everything because there's no vents, no nothing. Like, it's just a box, and you stick it up there, and it's kind of ugly, but we're talking purpose. As long as it keeps me cool, I don't care what it looks like. Hell, we might even paint it a funky color just so people go, like, it's ugly, you might as well make it uglier, right? I don't know. Maybe we'll paint it pink or something hanging on the dash. But that is a China Boy unit. I tested the squirrel, it works, and then I opened little caps, and it was still holding pressure, so I think the cord and everything's good on that. So I started collecting stuff. I got Amazon bulkhead, and then I got this one. I couldn't find just the 2. I only need the 2, so I think because I'm not going to run a heater, I don't think. So we'll just rob these dudes out of here and stuff these in the car somewhere. And then dryer, trinary switch, and then my boys over at War actually carry a bunch of AC stuff, so they're sending me a condenser. We will figure out the bracketry. They make bracketry, if you're wondering, so we'll probably do something similar to this guy. So in the boom, we'll keep it up high, and then I'm going to run a standard compressor. If you're wondering why I don't do the 12-volt one, I've seen them, and it's funny because if you look at those, they really pull on the alternator, because those compressors, I mean, those have to be pretty burly, obviously, because of what it's doing. So I feel like with fuel pumps and your EFI, and like you want to start putting some brushless fans and all this stuff on the car. Granted, yes, you're just driving down the road, but again, if it's hot and then you have a decent fan, especially if you're a baller and you want to run this, dude, and then you want to run a 12 volt thing, like, you're really taxing your system. So I'm just opting to go this direction. And I believe Ward, they all have their stuff, I think, set up. You know, they don't have belt issues or nothing, so hopefully we can not have any of those problems. So we'll see how that stuff goes. But Jason will help me with that. We'll make that. So we'll do compressor. We'll get that from Ward, and then they have a condenser they're sending. So the plan is for me to collect all the parts, stick all the stuff on the car, and then do hoses at Ward, because we can make, cut, crimp, and then I think fill the unit and everything over there. So next time we take the boom out to Ward, we're gonna have some AC, and then we're gonna be styling. So super stoked on that. So that's what I'm kind of collecting parts. If you're wondering, the boom is doing fantastic. About to do an idle test here in a little while. It's like 100 today. It's a little cooler now, but I'm trying to dial in the cold start fuel, and I've been tooling around. It's been fantastic. And if you're wondering, my converter, I follow a dude named Truck Doug, and he's working on my good converter. So he did the cut and clean, everything looked good. He ended up having to put a bearing in it because it was missing a bearing, which is odd. But that thing should be back together, and then we can dump that back in. And then I would like some 35 spline. I don't need them, but I would like them. And then she's ready to party. And technically I can go shake stuff down now, except my firewall has some pretty big holes, which you're going to complain about, which I could plug. And then also this guy technically is not legal. So I made it like this, and it comes to here, but my balancer is further out. So we need to figure that out and extend that. I made it like this. This is best, easiest case scenario. I felt like the safety was there. It didn't technically meet NHRA requirements, but I was kind of hoping that they would be a little lenient and forgive me if I made the car and took it all the way to race week. But now that I have time and I know better, we'll just fix it so some tech guy doesn't give me crap about that thing. So we need to do that. But there's Barona, my local track, they're running Friday. I might go because it's my birthday week or weekend coming up. So I think Friday afternoon I'm just going to take off, head down there, and just go at least watch some other people drive and have some fun and get some motivation going. I'm not going to stress myself out and try to take this thing, but they have a few more dates left before the year is up. So I'm thinking my son's birthday is next month, so we'll see when their next test and tune. So if not September, we'll shoot for October. And then they're running at Pomona for the In-N-Out deal for Moon Eyes. So I'm going to try my damnedest to sign up for that. So if I can get signed up for that, that is the real goal, to at least shake this thing down and bring it back out and start romping on it. But before then, we need to fix those items, and then we need to go bug KP, which I might go bug him this week and just go say hi, but this thing needs some dyno time too. I have a remote mount. It's over here on this side for my wastegates. I don't have anything on the wastegates down there. I actually put it up here, and then I have a hard line coming up. So I don't know how the PID settings are going to function, if it's going to be slower or faster or whatever, because it's not actually on the wastegate. I figure pressure's pressure, but you're going to lose a little bit with that line, right? So I'm assuming the PID settings will be different, so I'd like to shake that down on the dyno. The car's much too quick to do. I mean, I can do freeway pulls, but by the time you get into boost, like, you're well past the realm of what the law allows you to do on the street. So I'll save myself the headache and tickets or anything else, and we'll shake it down on the dyno. So I'd like to make sure boost is doing everything it should. And then we can start kind of shaking it down, making hits, and then we'll make it a little more pretty. So we'll finish up the air conditioning, and then I want to get some interior. So give me some tips and pointers on what you guys are using for sound deadening and mainly heat. The sound, we're screwed, right? I've got a 5-inch dump, but I want to put stuff in the driver's compartment, and then I ended up taking the headliner out because it was failing and junk anyway. So I'll probably have to put something up there, you know. So basically here, and then where the passenger, like, this is all bare metal, so I'd like to cover that stuff well, and then maybe even back here a little bit, and then I'll do carpet, right? And then that'll be kind of it. I got wiring and stuff to clean up, but I think it's coming along. I feel really good about the direction this thing is going. We're making good progress, and I'm very happy with it. And then we'll do door cards. I'll just get stock ones for that. So that's it. So we're getting close to shaking down. Oh, last one, if you guys are wondering, was this guy. I pulled the crank out. Bearings look awesome. There was like one line on one of the mains where you could kind of grab it with your nail. So it probably could have been at least polished. but ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm going to call it good. Like I said, everything's good. All the cam bearings stayed in. So we're going to re-bearing this thing, clean it up, and then slap it back together. I ordered all the parts from Boys at War, so I should have those coming. And I guess the last thing on this, it's kind of a pain, is I technically don't have a cam for it. I have the old cam out of the Malibu on the motor for the block that I broke, which was way too big, but I was like, whatever, maybe we'll stuff it in there. But then my buddy Garrett, I sold him a 6-liter, and then we were talking, he was going to use a Truck Norris cam in it. And I was like, hey, I have this cam that would probably be better for like RPM, because he's trying to race and he doesn't really need as much like the torque. So we're going to trade, I'm going to trade that cam for the Truck Norris. And then this thing actually has a sloppy stage 2 in it, which is a terrible choice, but I didn't know any better and I just wanted the chop. But this thing will get the Truck Norris, and then the sloppy stage 2 out of this will go into this. So I'm going to think about that decision though, because that's a lot of work to do for a few $100 cam. So I don't know. I went to shake Jason, those guys down, and see if they had a cam laying around, and he had like a torque cam or something, but it wasn't that. This thing just needs something for the chop, and then it's got a 5-speed and it's super light, so we don't really need torque, and it's got a 4.8. So I think a sloppy stage 2 would probably be fantastic for this thing, but I don't know. I got to pull that whole thing apart, and then if I dig into that, I just don't want to keep digging. You know how that works out. So I don't know. I haven't made a hard and fast decision on that. I am going to trade the cam, so I will have a Truck Norris cam, which that will get, because I do like that decision. But I have a camping trip coming up, so I don't feel like I should take that apart just yet. So I don't know. And then I have everything else coming for this besides the cam. So we're going to cross that bridge when we get there. That is it. So I hope you liked the little vlog style video. Let me know if you guys like these where I just walk and talk, but it seems like I do so much stuff. I could probably go over all the different things, and like I said, the direction I'm going in with things, you guys can let me know what worked for you. Like, did the underdash unit cool? What kind of sound deadening and installation were you guys running? Because I've never really put anything in here. I had cheap carpet at one time, but I'd like to make it more street friendly. Plus, she's already fat. We might as well just fatten her up a bit and make me comfortable, right? What's another 50 pounds or so of junk in there so I can be comfortable, because we're already overweight. So let's just go the gusto. But you guys get it. Until next time, you know what to do. I'm out.
Rolling through the streets, yeah, I'm the king of the block. Got that dragon drive style, make your whole city rock. Malibu gangster, with a touch of finesse. I'm burning rubber, raising hell, feel the heat, no stress. Turbo LS, under the hood, I'm moving quick. Nicky tires grip the road, make them stick like a trick. She, sloppy too, we got a hit in 08. In the war performance parts all over the place. The bomb squad's